Hi, I'm Tina Thompson. I'm a fifth generation cattle rancher in southeast Arizona, cow-calf operation. And Julie Murphy asked me to do a review of and my thoughts on the article about conversation on drought monitoring in the April publication. I had to admit I hadn't read the article at first because the title didn't jump at me, and I guess I get a little bit overloaded with information about drought monitoring and a lot of times it's not that useful to me because it's like, yeah, we're in a drought, and it's like, well, we know we're in a drought. We live it every day. We know we don't need an expert to tell us we're in a drought. But as I read the article, it was more interesting. It had more to do with weather data, which is very interesting to me and very useful. And I try to research weather data all the time on different websites. So something that was in the article is about a website called Drought View. I checked it out. It's a little hard to use, but once you play with it and read their tutorials and how to read it, I think I bookmarked it because I do think I'll go back to it and to compare. It gives an overall comparison of vegetation differences from any year you pick, basically, to now. So I could see, if you have a little problem area that you're not going through all the time, maybe when you're driving to check cattle and whatnot, it kind of shows that. I really like the idea of more rugged rain gauges. We could really use that. We're short of rain gauge data. Something as being part of the NRCD, I know there's areas that NRCS says we only get so much rain per year, but the producers swear there's more than that, and only a rain gauge would prove otherwise, and then help implement treatment options, because we have an area in the Bowie Sandstone area that they don't want to treat the creosote because they say there's not enough precipitation. And if we could have a rain gauge there to prove otherwise, that would be very helpful. I really liked I'll probably say his name wrong, but Crimmins, Mr. Crimmins, could be Crimmins, description of our seasonal climate. He's right on that, saying how pretty much our seasons we have our monsoons, and then our that is like a season in itself, and then when that dies down, we get into the possible fall tropical storm patterns that can help us, and then into winter. And I liked his description on that. Also, something I could see this weather data being very helpful in if we are going to look into carbon credits and carbon farming and getting payments on carbon sequestering, and how much greenery do we have in our area to be worthy of being, getting payments for. This kind of data is critical for that. So good thing. And I'm always happy, or I like to see better technologies for weather predictions, mostly predictions. I mean, because that's more helpful. And in the past, as we all know, we don't have a lot of faith in what the weatherman says always. I think it's getting better, and I'm seeing, like with the La Nina, El Nino, that seems to be, when they say it's La Nina pattern, I definitely see the drier winter. We just went through La Nina, and we had a very dry winter. So I think there's something to that, and the more research and better technology, the better it's going to help us survive. Thank you.